If you're managing security rules across multiple Azure subscriptions manually, you're one misconfiguration away from a breach that could cost your company millions. I've seen it happen 3 times this year alone.
Okay, that's terrifying. What exactly went wrong in those cases?
Hey everyone, welcome back to the Network Ninja Cloudcast. I'm your host, and today we're tackling something that keeps cloud architects up at night. Ready to dive in?
Absolutely. I've been dealing with this exact problem at work, so perfect timing.
So here's the scenario. You've got 50 subscriptions across your organization. Each team manages their own network security groups. Someone accidentally opens port 22 to the entire internet, 0.0.0.0 out of 0, and suddenly your database server is exposed. Sound familiar?
Way too familiar. We had a junior dev do exactly that last month. But isn't that what NSGs are for? Just set the rules and you're done?
That's the trap everyone falls into. NSGs are resource group level resources tied to a specific region. They're great for individual workloads, but they have zero awareness of your organization's security policies. There's no inheritance, no central control, no way to say this rule applies everywhere, period.
So how does Azure Virtual Network Manager change that?
Think of it like this. NSGs are like having security guards at each building in a campus, each with their own rulebook. Azure Virtual Network Manager's security admin rules are like having a campus-wide security policy that every guard must follow, no exceptions. The guards can add their own rules on top, but they cannot override the campus policy.
So it's a hierarchy where the central policy always wins?
Exactly right. And here's the technical reality that makes this work. Security admin rules are evaluated before NSG rules in the processing order. Microsoft's documentation explicitly states this evaluation sequence. Admin rules are processed first, and they use priorities from 1 to 4096 to determine the order among themselves. Then, if traffic isn't blocked by an admin rule, NSG rules evaluate after with their own separate priority range. So if your admin rule says deny all inbound traffic on port 22 from 0.0.0.0 out of 0, no NSG in any subscription can override that.
Wait. So even if a team creates an NSG rule that says allow SSH from anywhere, the admin rule blocks it first?
Precisely. When a security admin rule with a deny action matches the traffic, it's dropped and NSG evaluation doesn't occur for that traffic. This is fundamentally different from Azure policy, which prevents resource creation. Security admin rules actively block traffic at the network level, regardless of what NSGs exist.
How do you actually set this up across multiple subscriptions though?
3 components you need to understand. First, you create a network manager resource scope to your management group. This gives you visibility across all subscriptions in that hierarchy. Second, you define network groups, which are logical collections of virtual networks. Network Manager has a built-in dynamic membership feature where you can use conditional expressions based on VNet properties like tags, regions, or naming conventions. Third, you create security admin configurations containing your rules.
Can you give me a concrete example of a rule?
Absolutely. Let's say you want to block all inbound RDP traffic from the internet across your entire organization. You'd create a security admin rule with actions set to DENI, direction inbound, protocol TCP, destination port 3389, and source address prefix 0.0.0.0 out of 0. Priority may be 100. Apply this to a network group containing all your production VNets. Done. Every VNet in that group is now protected, current and future ones.
What about the automated policy enforcement part? How does that work?
This is where it gets powerful. Network Manager's dynamic membership feature lets you create conditional expressions right within the network group definition. Set up a condition that says any met with tag environment equals production automatically joins this network group. Now when a team creates a new VNet and tags it correctly, it automatically inherits all your security admin rules. No manual intervention, no tickets, no waiting.
So the automation is really about the group membership, not the rules themselves?
Exactly. The rules are static and centrally managed. The automation handles which resources those rules apply to. This is a critical distinction. You're not auto-generating rules, which would be chaos. You're auto-enrolling resources into governed groups.
What's the biggest mistake you see people make with this?
2 things. First, they set admin rules to always allow thinking it will guarantee access. But always allow means the traffic bypasses NSG evaluation entirely. If you allow port 443 with an always allow admin rule, your NSGs can't block specific malicious IPs on that port anymore. Be very deliberate about when you use always allow.
And the second mistake?
Not understanding the 3 rule action types and when to use each. There's allow, which permits traffic but NSG rules still get evaluated afterward. so teams can add additional restrictions. There's deny, which blocks traffic outright, NSGs never see it. And there's always allow, which permits traffic and skips NSG evaluation completely. For security guardrails, deny is your go-to, but allow is actually useful when you want to ensure baseline connectivity while still letting teams apply their own NSG restrictions on top.
Okay, let me make sure I've got this. Security admin rules are processed before NSGs and the evaluation order. They're applied through network groups that can auto-populate via dynamic membership conditions, and I should use deny actions to create guardrails that teams can't accidentally break, while allow lets me set baselines that teams can still refine with NSGs.
Perfect summary. And here's your pro tip. Before deploying security admin rules to production, test thoroughly in a non-production environment first. Use Network Watcher and NSG flow logs to understand your current traffic patterns. Deploy your rules to a test subscription, validate they work as expected, then roll out to production. This prevents you from accidentally breaking production traffic.
That's huge. Test before you enforce.
That's it for today's episode. If this saved you from a security incident, hit that like button and subscribe for more cloud networking deep dives.
And share this with your platform team. They need to know about security admin rules.
Thanks for watching the Network Ninja Cloudcast. Go set up that network manager in your Azure tenant today. See you in the next one.